It's an Eastern Conference matchup as the New York Knicks come into town in this one. The fans are making noise at Quicken Loans Arena here in Cleveland for their Cavaliers. Sit back and enjoy this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, and on the sideline tonight, Doris Burke. We've got a chance here to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. Setting the floor for the Knicks. Anthony out there with Porzingis. Then it's Tony Roten. Then there's Aflalo, and it's Lopez in at the 3 slot. And so it's the Cavaliers getting on the board first. Porzingis. And he dunks it down.
Certainly that shot well within his range.
I would hope so.
And especially when he caps it off with the steady one-hand jam.
Cavs were poised to make a huge run last year in the playoffs. Swept the Celtics in the first round, but it cost them.
Yeah, and even though they did get that sweep, they lose Kevin Love for the rest of the way. And that put a big hurdle in their quest for the title.
Now Roten, after Iman Shumpert missed from long range. And there's the call on Jefferson. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Here's Porzingis. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
And on the way from Irving for 3. Thompson with the bucket.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. LeBron James on the wing. LeBron is doubled. Back to Irving. And he gets it to go. Irving's got his first basket.
Oof, that is a tough shot.
Anthony kicks to Lopez. Lopez a screen to the inside. Flew off the pick and hammers it home.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Irving dishes to LeBron. Outside Irving. Back to James. No good on the 3. The Knicks have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Roten with it. He's picked up by Irving. Roten the pass to Anthony. An easy layup after coming off the pick.
4 makes on 4 tries. Everything's falling early. 100% can't do better than that.
Thompson. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
Well, he's an undersized center, but he more than makes up for it with some serious leaping ability.
LeBron against Anthony. To the paint. Nice shot by Porzingis. Porzingis has got 6. Guys back and forth this first half.
Well, 5 lead changes early on, guys, as we grapple back and forth.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way. And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
And Anthony gets double teamed. And there's the call on James. That's his first foul. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Mozgov, he's checked in for Thompson. Love comes in for Jefferson. Smith checked in for Shumpert. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Irving. And a switcher also for New York. Williams, he's checked in for Porzingis. The Knicks shooting their first free throws of the game.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
And they've made progress in that department from last season going into this one, guys. I mean, the numbers have improved.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Shumpert's checked in. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Thomas is checked in. Here's Shumpert. They get it back. Love. Smith outside. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. And the rejection by Smith. And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Smith. Thomas outside. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
Boy, with an open look like that, he is so gifted. Man, you got to play better defense. Eventually, he's going to make you pay.
Yeah, you can see he's still in rhythm, even though he misses that one. Almost always deadly when he's that open.
Roten, no good.
Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well.
Love kicks to Dellavedova. And pushing it up, here's New York. On its way from a follow for two. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feet. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
Well, neck and neck, how about that? I mean, ferociously competitive. I mean, tight as me in an airplane bathroom.
That's not the visual I was looking for right now, but there have been a lot of lead changes. My goodness.
Williams, that's good.
Assist from Aaron Aflalo.
Smith for three. Rebound by Williams. He gets it up. And the release was before. A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. Knicks lead by 3. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And so far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for New York.
You know what, guys? It looks to me like they're really in sync here, all on the same page. They've already got a bunch of assists.
Yeah, also something I like out of them so far, they're throwing their bodies around in the paint, and the physicality is taking its toll.
Here are the 5 New York has to start here in the second. Lance Thomas out there with Anthony. Then there's a Aflalo. Then it's Tony Roten. And it's Porzingis in at the 5.
Well, he knew how many inches he had over the guy. I mean, let's face it, good decision to just rise up and take the jump shot.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. And so New York calls timeout. They're first. For the Knicks, Williams is checked in for Anthony. For Aaron Aflalo. And it's Grant in for Roten. The Cavaliers trail by 8. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
A nice shot by LeBron.
Offensively, he can be the engine that drives them at any given time.
Grant the pass to Porzingis. The shot is off. And Cleveland the other way now.
Well, what appeared to be an easy 2 points just never materialized.
Last season ended with the Knicks pretty much packing it in, but Clark, it didn't start out that way.
You know what? Not at all. I mean, the Knicks were picked by many, Kevin, to be a playoff team last season. Clearly, things did not go as planned.
Man, that is not an easy shot right there. I mean, he had to get it off over a much taller defender.
Yeah, he needed to add just a little more loft on that one because of the size mismatch, and he did it perfectly.
Williams attacking. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim. And it became clear, thinking about the Knicks again, I mean, it made sense for a team with injuries and being in disarray on the floor to just battle for that lottery. And that's going to increase the field goal percentage even more. They have a huge edge in that category.
And that's because they've been playing smart basketball. I mean, they've been very patient offensively, and their shot selection has been superb. You know, kind of packing it in for the sake of being better in the future can possibly work in New York for a year or two, but not longer than that. The media will eat you up there if you don't start making some progress towards winning, pleasing basketball.
And so here is New York after Richard Jefferson just hit the three. And the jam by Derek Williams.
Now, that was an incredible reverse throwdown right there. Tremendous body control.
I'd even go as far as say, Clark, that was a punctuation dunk. Huh?
I can feel that.
Sending a message.
How about, guys, that's one of those dunks that you probably want in your career highlight reel.
Three-pointer. Oh, he got hacked on the three-pointer. He'll head to the line. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
I mean, the Knicks were bad last year, and it became evident early on as the season grew older, more and more of their national coverage teams were being pulled.
And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Mozgov, he's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Love comes in for Richard Jefferson. J.R. Smith's checked in for LeBron. And Shumpert in there for Matthew Dellavedova. And a new group in for the Knicks. Robin Lopez is checked in for Porzingis. Anthony comes in for Lance Thomas. Sasha Vujacic is checked in for Williams. And it's Tony Roten in for Grant. For the Knicks, losing a lot of nationally televised games, too. It seemed like every time they were around, they were losing. It might have been a blessing in disguise.
Well, I hope they look at it in a positive vein. It did give them a chance to focus on player development there in New York. Also allowed them to shut down Melo for the season.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we can see right there why he does.
The Cavaliers again can't hit. And here's Anthony from the arc. That's good, and so Galloway with the assist. And now a 9-point Knicks lead.
Savvy move to pull up from three-point range on the break there. When you can shoot it like he can, if you've got it, take it.
New York's gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. Roten kicks to Anthony. Pass to Roten. Back to Anthony. From deep. And again, New York with the triple.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
And Shumpert kicks to Irving. That's out of bounds to the Cavaliers as Cleveland retains possession.
Yeah, that's a super defensive play. If that gets through, no doubt they score.
And that's why he sold out for it, because he knew he had to make that play. He wasn't going to let them get the advantage. We'll see if they can make some adjustments at halftime to try to get him some easier looks and get him on track.
Lopez a screen. And here's Anthony from the arc. It's rebounded by Cleveland. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That is his first foul of the game. Smith. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And we've reached halftime in this one. New York ahead, up by 10. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter. The second half just about to get going here. You have to like what we're seeing from Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah, you know, one of the things about the truly greats of our game is that sometimes you get spoiled because of how consistent they can be. And so far, another big scoring night for him.
And oftentimes when he puts up that many points in the first half, he follows it up with an even better second half. We'll see if that's the case here.
And now the third quarter about to get going. You have to like what we're seeing from Carmelo Anthony.
You know, we talk so often about making your teammates better, and his ability to see the floor and then make those passes on time in that first half was the key.
Boy, I tell you what, they say he's not a playmaker, but he certainly has fooled me with the way he's performing right now.
Pulling out the wings, it's Shumpert and LeBron. Tristan Thompson is out there with Jefferson, and it's Irving at the point guard position. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue.
And great effort on the boards, and what a move.
Yeah.
That was, Kev. I mean, you just will not see him ever quit on a play.
That guy is a handful. You've got to have a body on him, Clark, at all times.
And you know what? Sometimes that's not even enough. He'll go around, over, or through you to get to the pump.
The Knicks making a switch here. Anthony's checked in. Cavs were one of the top teams in the East last year, and it was in large part to how strong they were at home.
Boy, did they shoot it well from beyond the arc at home, Kevin. I mean, top 3 in the league in terms of three-point shooting. It does help to have LeBron, doesn't it?
It does. That is a factor. Now here's Anthony. He's got 10. To the middle. That one's in there. The Knicks lead is cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Iman Shumpert.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And, you know, for the Cavs at home, they ended with 31 wins there. Second best record in the East in that regard. A lot of those wins actually came after the All-Star break.
Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for Kyrie Irving. Langston Galloway's checked in for the Knicks.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand, Jim. You're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further. And how about the Cavs last season? 18 straight home wins for them. Third longest home win streak in their history. And that home winning streak helped them jump from the middle of the playoff pack to the 2 seed.
Well, that was a dynamic two-hand dunk there.
Right in the face of the defender.
Just tough and gritty with the elevation.
And it's sent back by Lopez. And so the ball goes out of bounds. Lopez touched it last. Smith checked in for the Cavaliers. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession.
And you know what? His mind's playing tricks on him right now because he's not going to live that one down easily.
The Cavaliers making a switch here. Love's checked in. The Cavaliers trail by 7. LeBron drives in. Good D by Lopez.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Here's Porzingis. 10 points for him. And Matthew Dellavedova is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Mozgov, he's checked in for Cleveland.
Timothy Mozgov.
Now, one spot the Cavs did struggle with last year was help off the bench. They were last in the league in bench scoring.
New York calls timeout. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And, Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Jones is checked in.
And nice job again. That time to add to their lead. They're doing everything right at the moment.
Greg, you're exactly right. Good, solid, steady, no-frills basketball. Doing it in all aspects of the game right now, and that's a hard combination to beat.
Cavs not scoring with a lot of their bench. A big part of that is they just didn't go to their bench very often.
Well, you talk about the Cavs and the bench near the bottom in total bench minutes played. The bench didn't have a lot of firepower, didn't shoot the ball well, and considering they got limited minutes, oftentimes struggled to find any kind of rhythm out there.
O'Quinn. That's good, and so Galloway with the assist. O'Quinn's got his second bucket.
That's the way to work the ball in close to the hoop, guys.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
It's Thomas outside. Rebound by Dellavedova. The Cavaliers trail by 7. Pushing it up. Dishes it to Smith. Cleveland moving it around. For 3, Love. Knicks have gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. Thomas gets the bucket.
What are they thinking, leaving him with all that space out there? Do they not know? Have they not heard that this guy is unbelievable? That's a layup for him. Boy, from my angle, it looked like...
That athletic.
Yeah.
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in. They have to build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
That was a Kodak moment right there. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
Here's Porzingis. There's the killer two-handed slam.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Smith outside. The three-pointer, no good. New York calls timeout.
Yeah, you know what? I think he thinks he can make a few improvements to how things are going on right now.
Yeah, and you know, coaches always are looking for ways to tweak things and change it up a little bit, no matter what the situation is. That's what coaches do.
From D. Thomas. Can't get it to go. Irving. Shot is no good. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Knicks lead by 11. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. On the court for the Knicks, Kyle O'Quinn out there with Anthony. Then there's Robin Lopez. Then there's Aflalo. And it's Roten in at the point guard.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Craig. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe.
Well, I don't think it would be a bad idea, Kevin. I mean, they could use all the second chance points they can get.
The Cavaliers trick.
That's an athletic.
Yeah.
You know, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult while they're trailing.
Yeah, but still, you know what? A magnificent move to the rim.
I tell you what, guys, I don't care what the score is. That's the play we're going to remember when this game is over.
Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it, the fast break chance.
You have got to be kidding me.
Clark, talk about taking things into your own hands.
I tell you what, that's one of those plays where you want to get credit for not only the bucket, but also the assist.
And Jefferson sends it back. Out of bounds, Knicks ball as New York keeps possession. Jefferson against Anthony. Lopez, a screen on Jefferson. 5 on the clock. Second chance shot. Good on the jump shot. And the Knicks lead by 7.
Just such a good shooter from that range.
And you factor in his height advantage. It's almost unfair.
Can't get anything to drop. I mean, the way he's going, it's probably not something he should try and shoot his way out of.
Well, they say you should shoot your way out of it, but his teammates probably have other thoughts in mind. The last thing they want to see him doing is continuing to cast that jumper up. Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Clark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And how about how he capped that one out? Almost like the 1-2 punch.
He feeds it to LeBron. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
And now both teams really in a groove.
This game already, guys, was high scoring, but they've really amped and ramped it up to another level down the stretch.
Now here's Anthony. The shot, no good. Jefferson with some nice beat. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That's foul number 2 for him. Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for Kyrie Irving. Porzingis, he's checked in for the Knicks. Here's Aflalo. To the middle. Here's Anthony. Again, the miss by Anthony.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going. Explosive leaping ability.
Oh, that was pretty. And he just has that, Clark, that effortless knack for getting inside.
And guys, how about how fearsome he is at times? I mean, you'd hate to be the guy tasked with guarding him.
New York calls timeout. They're up by 5. 1:52 left in the 4th quarter. Doris has some information for us. Doris?
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Kurt Rambis had to say to the team. He was absolutely adamant, saying, don't let them off the hook. Let's keep our foot on the pedal and keep doing the things that have gotten us here this far. We're almost home.
Thank you, Doris. Derek Williams checked in for Lopez. And that one's good, Anthony. Anthony's got 6 in the quarter.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
And that one's good, Shumpert.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Now here's Anthony. Inside. And the jam by Derek Williams.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Timeout called, Cleveland. They trailed by 7. 1:12 left in the 4th quarter. And the Cavaliers with some changes. Mozgov, he's checked in for Jefferson. Smith comes in for Shumpert. And Irving subbed in for Matthew Dellavedova. 1:12 left in the 4th quarter. The screen from Thompson. And it's Irving missing.
It's going to take something special for them to come back now.
Well, I would say something special and some luck as well, or good fortune, however you want to phrase it.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Knicks?
Guys, their play close to the hoop has been great all game.
Yeah, and it doesn't hurt to be on fire from beyond. They have been really good from the three-point line.
For New York, they've gone 5 of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter. And Williams throws it down.
Make it two hands for safety. That's what they say, right, Kevin?
Yeah, that's right. You got it. And he was also safe with that dunk.
No reason not to be.
And guys, as he should be, remove all doubt on that attack.
Irving dishes to Mozgov. James has a two-pointer. The Cavaliers again can't hit. And now the fast break. Anthony with the ball. Fires the three. And that one's good. And the Knicks lead by 11.
This is a serious game-clinching run they're on.
Yeah, I agree with you. Just not backing off here. I mean, they're looking to close this one out in style. What a time to have this kind of surge.
And the Cavaliers call time here. They're behind by 13. 27 seconds left in the game. Taken away by Anthony. And a fast break now for New York. Fires the three. It's rebounded by Cleveland. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
Roten, the pass to Carmelo. There's the triple. No good. So no problem for New York as they get the win. They came in here and took care of business.
alarms go off when I enter the building.
We're at the sold-out and noisy Oracle Arena. It's Chicago facing the Golden State Warriors. Sit back and enjoy this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and here with me tonight, Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. Taking a look at the Bulls, Taj Gibson is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then there's Dunleavy. Then there's Derrick Rose. And it's Gasol at center. Bogut kicks to Barnes. Clock at 4. Green with the ball. Gasol covering.
I tell you what, he has quite the act to follow, but Fred Hoiberg was a quick choice for the brass in Chicago. Signed that 5-year deal over the summer. Was easily one of the most in-demand coaches available.
And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two. That's on Andrew Bogut. The Roracle or Oracle Arena was rocking last season, and with good reason. The Warriors would finish a league best 39-2 at home last year.
And how about that 39-2 record put them one off of tying the best record ever in the NBA. That record, by the way, belongs to the Celtics with 40 wins back in 1986.
And Green gets it to go.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
Now here's Green. Curry kicks to Barnes. Thompson outside. From past the arc. Outside for Curry. And the three off target. Warriors on D. Dunleavy dishes to Gasol. The feed now to Dunleavy. It's tipped. And the foul called on Pau Gasol. That is his first foul of the game. The Warriors have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far.
Well, I tell you what, you look at the Warriors, and they were actually unstoppable in every way last season. Average home margin of victory was 13+ points. A lot of those games weren't even that close as they let things get tight in garbage time.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
And more on the Warriors' home dominance. Shot almost 50% as a team at home, which led the league. Shot over 41% from beyond the arc as a team.
Double team on Rose. Dunleavy the pass to Butler. Baseline J on the way. Warriors with the rebound. Curry with it. Pass to Green. He feeds it to Barnes. And the Warriors miss again. Here's Rose. And there's the foul to try to stop the break, and that'll be a clear path to the basket. 2 free throws coming up, and they'll retain possession. The Bulls have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
Yeah, guys, they can feel very good about themselves when you bring up those statistics. Impressive numbers.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for the Bulls. Tipped away. And Gibson, here we go. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Chicago making a switch here. McDermott's checked in for Butler. Mirotic comes in for Taj Gibson. Tony Snell's checked in for Dunleavy. And Brooks subbed in for Rose. Spates with it. Noah picks him up. Just 5 to shoot.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Bulls made the postseason for the 10th time in their last 11 seasons. Last year, they have become a fixture, Greg, in the playoffs in the East.
And how about last season, Kevin, had that interdivision matchup in their first round against the up-and-coming Bucks. Some hiccups for them in that series, but they were able to prevail.
Warriors have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. And here is Barbosa. Pass to Spates. Inside. It's hauled in by Noah. Chicago leading. The dish to Mirotic. Here's McDermott. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And that's his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the D and finish at the rim.
Here's Barbosa. Off on the layup.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
To the inside. Noah lays it up and banks it in.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
It's like a running game in football. When you can pound the basketball inside, it also allows you to control the team's transition.
Boy, that was a violent throw down there.
You're telling me.
I mean, it's almost like he doesn't like the rim. No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Livingston kicks to Iguodala. To the... Nasty. Absolutely filthy.
And the building is stunned, partner. He dug deep into his bag of
I tell you what, I hope he keeps that.
And that does it for the first quarter. It's Chicago up by 5. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. And now the second quarter just getting set to start. Guys, what's your take on the Bulls so far?
You know, it's been about how solid they've been offensively here, really tuned in with one another.
Good ball movement, and it's paid off on the scoreboard.
The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. The Splash Brothers are the guards. And it's Barnes in the 3 spot. That's the group for the Golden State Warriors to start the second quarter. And here's Green outside. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2. And it's Rose penetrating to the middle. Then Gasol with the dunk.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risk to see if they can cut that lead down.
Chicago leading by 4. Gasol is Green on Thompson. Rose attacking. Cannot hit.
You know, the alley-oop is a great play. Oh, wow.
That's a beautiful jam.
Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
I tell you what, I like that, though, guys. Some coaches might not want you to make a play like that, but I tell you what, when you got the skills like that, I say go for it.
So many great statistics are available to demonstrate just how dominant the Warriors were last season. My favorite is, GA, their point differential.
You know, to be able to beat your opponent by double digits on average is something only 8 teams have been able to do in the history of the league.
It's amazing.
That's how you make it happen, guys. Ball pressure and then a run out.
And that's how you flip the script in terms of momentum right there.
Here's Gibson. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Guys, the Warriors ended the year at just over a 10-point differential per game. I mean, still that number is staggering when you think of what it takes to achieve that mark over the course of a season. Typically, championship teams are somewhere in the +6 to +8 range. 10 is off the charts.
All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for the Bulls.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
Gasol dishes to Rose. Outside Butler. There's the three. And Barbosa pulls it down.
And you know what? That Warriors point differential was helped out a lot by their play at home. The home differential was almost +15 points per game. A lot of blowout wins. Scary thing is they set their starters in the fourth so often, they could have made those numbers even higher had they wanted.
Rose kicks to Gasol. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Right side Gibson. 5 on the clock. Back to Gasol. Shot from 16. And the Bulls with another miss.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Gibson against Iguodala. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It's his first trip to the line. First free throw is good.
And injuries once again were a central theme of the Bulls season last year. Losing Rose was one thing, but then having Jimmy Butler lose a lot of time put them in such a tough spot.
So Chicago ends up going with the new group. Mirotic passes to Noah. And he gets it to go. Noah's got 6.
Make it 10 of their last 12 points coming off assists.
You have to love the ball movement. That's what we call good defense in the paint. Worth its weight in gold.
It absolutely is, and maybe even more than that. I mean, you saw it right there. Without his presence, that's an easy basket.
Brooks misses. Warriors trail by 9. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Iguodala outside. There's 14 seconds left in the first half of the game. And that's going to be a treble. There's 14 seconds left to play in the first half. The drive by Brooks. Kicks to Noah. Back to Brooks. From downtown. And that one's good. And now a 12-point Bulls lead. Ball's knocked loose. And the as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. One of the stories here, Harrison Barnes getting it done today.
I know we've said this many times before, but what a great first half. Just an offensive juggernaut.
And, you know, in the end, I wouldn't be surprised if we're talking about what a great second half he had, guys. I mean, he can usually keep it going for all 4 quarters.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. One of the stories here, Harrison Barnes getting it done today.
And his play in that first half, how about the discipline to go along with the efficiency, guys? His shot selection was just perfect.
I agree. I mean, whether it's been from mid-range or in tight, he is taking only what the defense has given him and not trying to do too much. Very much playing within himself.
Tipping off the second half, here's Fred Hoiberg's 5. We've got Nikola Mirotic. Tony Snell is out there with Brooks. And it's McDermott. And it's Noah in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's McDermott. He's covered by Thompson. Feeds to Snell. 6 to shoot. Another shot. And that is good.
Doug McDermott.
And the Bulls lead by 12.
And what a first year it was for Steve Kerr and the Warriors. It was the best debut as a new coach ever. 67 wins. He also established a franchise win total in his first year.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that can't continue. I mean, if they hope to get back in this game, I mean, it's really deflating from a morale standpoint. They need stops and points, not turnovers.
On our old partner, Steve Kerr also got a chance to coach the West All-Stars, and Greg, his record-setting debut season with the Golden State Warriors. Clark, he really hit a lot of big milestones early.
Well, none of us are surprised at his success.
No.
I mean, Steve will be the first to tell you it was because he was surrounded by excellent assistants. I mean, that's one of the underrated aspects of being a good coach is you've got to have a good staff. And Steve has that.
Excellent point.
And really, the defense didn't do a lot to fight around that screen on that possession.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. So Chicago ends up going with the new group. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Curry dishes to Green. And Gibson sends it back. And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here. So for the Bulls. Curry outside, but they recover it. From deep three-point range, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andrew Bogut. That's his third foul of the game.
And that's an aggressive play to try to get the rebound. Just a little too aggressive.
And unnecessary. That's over the top. That's doing too much, Greg. He wasn't in good position there, and he was never going to get the ball. He just wasted a foul.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. Now McDermott. He's got 6. 13 feet away. And he gets it to go. McDermott's got the lead up to 14 now for Chicago.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Here's space. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand.
Guys, the Bulls defense was as stout as ever last season. A big part of that is they have guys that challenge you inside and at the rim. Even off the bench, all of their bigs are mobile and protect the basket.
And it's the Bulls with the ball. They've led by as many as 14 points. Now here's McDermott. D right on him. That'll go on McDermott. That is his first foul of the game. Warriors trailed by 9. Here is Livingston. Passes it to Rush. Lets it go from deep. And another 3 for Golden State.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
That is good. 6 points for Butler.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Barbosa gets the bucket.
Seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
Good on the shot.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, You've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Here is Livingston. Oh, that's blocked. It's tipped. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Rolls out front. They're up by 7. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. And the final period of play just about to start. Here's Rose. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots. Barnes and Green are the forward set. And it's Bogut at the 5. That's the Warriors' 5. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Gasol. Warriors trail by 7. They double team Curry. Here's Green. And that one is stuffed right through.
You know, there are a lot of bigger power forwards than him in the NBA, but very few that rise up like he can.
Rose attacking. Softly drops in the floater.
Guys, that time he went for the fancy finish for us there, man. That was sweet.
Thompson. But they get it back. Can't connect from long distance. Here's Dunleavy. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Bogut's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
That's a major mental mistake. I mean, there's no other way for me to describe it. He didn't know where he was on the court. That's a basic fundamental. You have to be alert to where you are.
Here's Rose. Here's Gasol. And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
How about that? Breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk.
A nice way to pad that lead a little more.
Yes, indeed. And they clearly are just destroying this group right now from the three-point line.
Yeah, and the defense knows it. I mean, they are fully stretched out trying to stop the three-point shot and still haven't been able to do it.
Butler kicks to Rose. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
And how about a little bit of showmanship there as he increases the lead?
Oh, I like that. That's got to be, though, a tough pill for the defense to swallow.
Well, he's a guy that you know can hurt you with his passing, and right there, he does some damage with his finishing, too.
Butler is screen on Thompson. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And slam dunk by Butler.
And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
And you know, guys, right now, they're starting to flatline, just hanging on here for dear life.
Rose passes to Gasol. The shot misses. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. It's Curry outside. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
And it's killing 4 of the last 5 makes coming from long range.
Rose. He dishes it to Gasol.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
Both free throws good from Gasol.
We're seeing today what makes him one of the best free throw shooters among the league's big men. Beautiful stroke.
Thompson outside. From deep. Warriors the rebound. Here's Curry with the three. The shot will not go.
You know, the ill-advised threes isn't how you want to close the gap. They've got to have better shot selection.
Butler with the ball. And Curry picks him up defensively. Then Gasol with the dunk.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
And it's Thompson again missing.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Warriors trailed by 11. Mike Dunleavy is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Mirotic is checked in for Pau Gasol. 1:33 left in the fourth quarter. And the foul on Derrick Rose. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
And I like how they've taken the high percentage shot in the paint. In that first half, we saw them doing it, and they've continued to succeed as the game has worn on.
Something else they've done is force a lot of mistakes defensively. And they've been turning those turnovers into points.
Chicago making a switch here. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Gibson. Doug McDermott comes in for Jimmy Butler. Tony Snell's checked in for Mike Dunleavy. And Brooks subbed in for Rose. McDermott can't get it to go.
Well, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down. Not the guy you want to send to the line, Kevin.
And he does get the second one. And that brings them within 8.
A disappointing trip to the line there. Even though it was just one miss, now is not the time to be missing those.
.54 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for Chicago.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Shot quality and better overall shooting.
I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Jimmy Butler. You can do a lot to change a game other than scoring, and it was his quick hands on the defensive end that put them in the driver's seat. I don't want to say they're trying to run up the score here, but they do keep adding to the lead.
Well, I know you don't want to say it, but I will, partner. I mean, they're trying to run the score up here. It's plain and simple. They're trying to throw salt all in that wound.
Dishes it to Mirotic. Now here's McDermott, covered by Barbosa. Shot clock at 5. And finished off by McDermott.
And they've just done a great job of keeping this crowd out of the game. And we're getting closer to victory. The crowd's getting quieter.
And there's not a whole lot for them to be cheering about anymore. I mean, their guys got it handed to them.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin.
And they stay there, and they say yeah, and they stay there. Cause all I do is win, win, win. And if you going in, put your hands in the air, make them stay there.
Ludacris going in on the verse, cause I never been defeated and I won't stop now. Keep your hands up, get them in the sky for the homies that ain't make it and my folks locked down. I never went nowhere, but they saying Luda's back. Blame it on that, the hood call it Ludic. And I'm
And they stay there, and they say yeah, and they stay there. Cause all I do is win. And if you going in, put your hands in the air, make them stay there.
Swerving in my low, head on the swivel, you know serving me's a no-no. Clean as a whistle as I pull out in my Rolls Royce. Yellow bone passenger, they see it, they say, oh boy. Tell Kelly, back it up, my call me loco. Therefore, don't make me pull that. Ask you what you laughing at. Represent that mud life. Dirty money, you better get your mud right. We come together holding hands and holler mud life. We all in all black, it's like life.
All we do is win.
You riding or what? Cause we riding tonight. Now you riding with me cause you wasn't.
All I do is win, no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get it up. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up. And they stay there, and they say yeah, and they stay there. Cause all I do is win. And if you going in, put your hands in the air.
On the road and hungry for a win against an Eastern Conference rival, the Miami Heat are ready for this thing to get started. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. As we get set to bring you some terrific NBA action. I'm Kevin Harlan, and here with me today, Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. So the opening lineup for the Heat. Dragic is out there with Winslow. Then there's Chris Bosh. Then there's Gerald Green. And it's Wade in at the one spot. And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Smith. Here's Wade. And it's Bosh at the elbow. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg.
And so here's Cleveland.
And the Miami Heat have finished in the top 2 spots or better in each of the years the big 3 were in town. Last season that changed as they would end up 10th in that Eastern Conference.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
And for the Heat, once the bullies of the Eastern Conference, they had a lot of trouble keeping up with other Eastern Conference teams.
Kevin, they finished 25-27 against the rest of the conference, played under 500 against the East at home, which really negated their chances for the playoffs. Fellas, that two-hand mock to slam was vicious.
I don't think there was anyone, and I mean anyone, that could have stopped him on that one.
I tell you what, I'm glad they didn't try, because somebody might have got their feelings hurt.
Love with the buckets.
Off to a nice start here. They've hit all 3 from the field.
Winslow with it. That jam! I mean, just beautiful. Just floating to the rim on that slam.
Boy, when he gets up and stays
Man,
up.
you could clock his hang time with an hourglass.
The pass to Thompson. Stolen by Bosh. Up the floor. And Gerald Green picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Guys, what a tight start to the game this has been.
You know what? Can you believe there have been 7 lead changes already, guys?
Wow.
And it's still in the first half. This could be a wild one.
Bosh with the bucket.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
Irving dishes to LeBron. Kept alive. And Thompson kicks to James. Irving attacking and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. It's on Chris Bosh. The Cavaliers shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. Cavs were poised to make a huge run last year in the playoffs. Swept the Celtics in the first round, but it cost them.
Yeah, and even though they did get that sweep, they lose Kevin Love for the rest of the way, and that put a big hurdle in their quest for the title.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Mozgov, he's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for J.R. Smith. 3 on the clock. Bosh with it. He's picked up by Irving. Off the mark from 16 feet out.
No denying it, injuries were a big part of the storyline in the Cavs postseason. Fortunately, LeBron James was otherworldly after the first round. Took care of the Bulls, then went on to sweep the Hawks to get back to the finals.
Shumpert, he's checked in for Irving. That's a 2 from Dellavedova. And it's off the back rim, no good. Bosh sets the pick for Wade. Pass to Bosh. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
And for the Cavs last season, their toughest test would be in the finals against the Warriors. Like every other team, they just couldn't handle the Warriors for a full series. A great run to the finals, and surely they'll want to return there this season.
Luol Deng is checked in for Goran Dragic. Here's Wade. And Green gets it to go. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Heat.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught them off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with the steal.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
Wade passes to Bosh. Latre. Green dishes to Deng.
Not much defense to speak of yet here, guys.
Nope, it's been all offense, fellas, all the time here early.
Ooh, quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slant.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
James kicks to Mozgov. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's on Chris Bosh. The Cavaliers have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And they've been ordinary on the season as well, just about 75% from the line.
And, Kevin, it's something they've been working very hard to correct and to change. I mean, they know how important it is to fix that inability at the free throw line.
Whiteside's checked in for the Heat. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one.
Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. It's the Heat. They're up by 5. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action. All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And when you consider how the Heat are doing, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
You know, they're not going to sit back and just take jump shots. It's all about attacking the paint and getting to the rim.
That's who they are. They've been the aggressor early, attacking the hoop and getting into that paint.
On the court for Miami here in the second. We've got Stoudemire. Whiteside is up there with Johnson. Then it's Johnson, and it's Richardson in the 2. And on the way from Irving for 3. Does not find the basket. His second miss. He's now 1 for 3. Johnson with it. He's picked up by Irving. Johnson kicks to Stoudemire. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
Well, Heat leading by 7. Well, you look back at the 2015 Heat, and the injuries are what probably brought that team down. We can go from Chris Bosh with the debilitating blood clot on his lung and on and on and on. The loss, of course, which was not an injury, of LeBron James. There are a lot of moving parts with that team.
And that's a great point, Kevin. If you take any star off a team, things are going to get difficult. It was impressive that the Heat still managed to stay competitive once Bosh went out.
Here's Thompson. That's in there. Love with the assist. Thompson's got his first points of the game.
Yeah, quick trigger. And from that range, if he senses the defenders have backed off, forget about it.
Johnson. And it's Stoudemire at the elbow. Pulls up. Can't hit. And Cleveland the other way now.
You know, Bosh was the big injury hit for the Heat, but they had a lot of other injuries as well. I mean, had to use 31 different starting lineups last season, and 20 different players started at least one game.
Irving for three. Love the pass to Thompson. Jacks up a three. Can't get it to fall, and he's missed the second after making his first. The Heat leading by 7. Johnson with it. Guarded now by Irving. And it's slammed in by Whiteside.
I tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here if he shattered the backboard.
That's good.
He's just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything. And injuries are something that you can't plan for, but you can prepare for them. And hopefully the Heat can avoid injury woes this season. If they can, they at least have players who have been through that struggle last year. Clearly, he's not pleased with all the looks they've given up on the inside, and also to get them to tighten up that defense.
Yeah, and I think he's going to let them know about it. I mean, they're playing some soft interior defense, and you can't win that way. That's a recipe for disaster if you're not going to play with some physicality inside.
So timeout called here, the first for Cleveland. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Mozgov, he's checked in for Thompson. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. LeBron's checked in for Shumpert. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for J.R. Smith. And a new group in for the Heat. Winslow's checked in for Johnson. Dang comes in for Amari Stoudemire. Green, he's checked in for Richardson. And Dwayne Wade is subbed in for Johnson. Right side, Green. Inside. And stolen by Fry. And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way.
And really just a lack of awareness on his part. Just no idea he was right near the line.
The Heat making a switch here. Bosh is checked in. The Heat leading by 6.
You know, the Cavs last season won a bunch of games, but they had to fight for a lot of them. They often would fall behind early or dig a big hole and have to fight their way out of it.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Mozgov.
Well, I think that pass caught him off guard, but he showed us board hands, too.
For Miami, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. Here's Bosh. And the lead now, double digits on that bucket. Bosh has got 4 this quarter.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Here's LeBron. That's it. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their strength.
Yeah, I mean, test the hot hand. You're exactly right. I say let those triples fly.
The drive by Bosh. And he gets it to go. Bosh has got the lead up to 10 now for the Heat.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Cavaliers will retain possession.
Yeah, that's a super defensive play. If that gets through, no doubt they score.
And that's why he sold out for it, because he knew he had to make that play. He wasn't going to let them get the advantage.
Another miss by Irving.
Not good shot selection. Long range and a defender all up in your jersey.
And, you know, that's just the kind of defensive work he's known for. I mean, he can take that shot away from you and does it more times than not.
What a play. Simply drains it in at the... And we finished one half of basketball. Heat lead by 10. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter. All right, the second half beginning in just a moment. You look at Chris Bosh in this game, I mean, he's been everywhere.
I just love the tenacity on the defensive side. I mean, his play on D has been a huge factor for them as he continues to get steal after steal.
And, guys, as the game moves on, I think he should continue to be aggressive defensively to keep ball handlers off balance.
And we welcome you back to start the quarter. Players had a chance to get hydrated with Gatorade. And there's certain to be some great basketball ahead for us. You look at Chris Bosh in this game, I mean, he's been everywhere.
And he just went off in those first two quarters, guys. He's capable of doing that on a consistent basis as well. So we might see some changes from a defensive standpoint as they try to disrupt his rhythm in the second half.
You know, guys, I think you've got to make some sort of change. I mean, they can't let him continue to torch him up like he has been.
LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. And it's Thompson in at the 5 down low. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue.
Punches it down the top.
Rubs it in. It looks like a little deeper with the hanging finish.
I tell you what, they are not backing off at all, are they?
The Heat leading by 8. The Miami Heat came up short last season in hopes of getting back to the playoffs. Clark, their road record didn't help them much.
Yeah, 17-24. I don't think you can be that far under 500 on the road and hope to play in the postseason.
5 to shoot. Here's Bosh. The shot will not go. Good D from Love. Cleveland's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. Trying to find Thompson. He gets it to him. No good from the left block.
And how about for the Heat having the best road record of any team that didn't make the postseason in the East? But as you said, struggling on the road will sink a team battling for a playoff spot.
Johnson dishes to Bosh. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
You know, one final note, guys, on the Heat and their road losses. They ended up going only 2-8 in their last 10 road games of the year. That was a big part of how they fell out of the 8th playoff seed.
And Cleveland making a change here. Shumpert's checked in. Timeout called the Cavaliers. Chris Bosh really making a difference here.
He's really taking it to him inside. They got to find a way to slow him down.
James checked in for Irving. The Cavaliers trail by 10 to the paint. Love. And it's blocked by Whiteside. Outside Bosch. Back to Whiteside. Shumpert with the steal. Low block shot on the way. Bounces high off the rim and drops. 6 points for LeBron.
Well, I think it's been said about 1,000 times now how Coach Spoelstra started as a video coordinator with the Heat, but he's been with the organization for so long, they are starting to become synonymous.
Cavaliers have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. And Shumpert kicks to Love. Lets it fly from 18. They get it back. And it's blocked by Whiteside. And they're able to recover. Outside Shumpert. Here's the three. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. Miami leading by 10. Here's Johnson. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the strike for 2. And it's going to go on Iman Shumpert.
And now one spot the Cavs did struggle with last year was help off the bench. They were last in the league in bench scoring.
Cavs not scoring with a lot of their bench. A big part of that is they just didn't go to their bench very often.
Well, you talk about the Cavs and the bench near the bottom in total bench minutes played. The bench didn't have a lot of firepower, didn't shoot the ball well, and considering they got limited minutes, oftentimes struggled to find any kind of rhythm out there.
It's Dragic with the drive. And again, it's the Heat missing.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space.
That jam!
You know, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult while they're trailing.
Yeah, but still, you know what? A magnificent move to the rim.
I tell you what, guys, I don't care what the score is. That's the play we're going to remember when this game is over.
Here's Green. Bricks the dunk off the deceptive pump fake. Shumpert passes to LeBron. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
Here's Shumpert. Good, and the assist goes to James.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Bosch, a screen on Love. Dragic dishes to Bosch. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in. Bosch has got 21 in the game. The Cavaliers trail by 7. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. And it's Thompson with the jam.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand.
At the elbow, Smith. And he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
And all of a sudden, the shots now falling in bunches. The complexion of this game has completely changed.
Yeah, and that was the only thing that could have brought him back in this game. Everything had to start dropping. And boy, have they gotten on a roll. How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think. And as we conclude the third quarter, what a game, neither team giving ground. It's the Heat leading by 3. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Quicken Loans Arena. We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The fourth quarter of action getting started. On the floor for Miami starting the fourth. Winslow is out there with Dragic. And it's Green. Then it's Stoudemire. And it's Wade in at the point guard.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, G.A. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting him get all the way to the basket that time.
But it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all.
Now Cleveland moving it up. James with the ball.
How about that one-man fast break?
I love the power finish at the end of it, too.
There's Winslow. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Rising high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam.
Nice way there, guys, to finish up that possession.
And the Cavaliers call time here. Well, you go back last season, the Cavs had a very slow start to the year. Not surprising. They had a lot of new faces and people they were bringing together. Clark, it didn't look like the powerhouse they would end up being, as we saw.
Well, you know, they were kind of fumbling and bumbling around in the 5th and 6th spots in the East for the first half of the season. Made some changes, though, through trade, and that got them going, I think.
Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. I got a chance to hear what the Cavaliers head coach was saying to his team. He is not happy with their perimeter defense, saying, guys, way too many open shots for them beyond the three-point line. We've got to press up closer and try to crowd them off the arc. Guys, we'll see if they got the message.
And as always, Doris, thank you.
And those mid-season trades for the Cavs really turned things around. Mozgov came in, J.R. Smith and Shumpert secured that 2 spot, gave this team an incredible edge defensively.
Dang again, serving. Out to Shumpert. It's stolen by Dang. And now Winslow pushing it up. No one back to stop him. The Cavaliers, another fast break opportunity here. The shot's good from Irving.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
Wade against Irving. Wade kicks to Whiteside. 5 on the clock. There's Winslow. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
And now both teams really in a groove.
This game already, guys, was high scoring, but they've really amped and ramped it up to another level down the stretch.
And the Cavaliers call time here.
Yeah, and you know, they built the roster to how they played best mid-season. I mean, it was a great job, I think, by the front office to get the players that fit best into the locker room and into the team style of play.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Thompson, he's checked in for Mozgov. Love comes in for Channing Frye. LeBron's checked in for Jefferson. And J.R. Smith's subbed in for Iman Shumpert. The Heat with the lead. It's Richardson on the wing. Winslow setting the pick for Wade. Down low. And it's Winslow that time on the assist by Wade. 10 points here for Justice Winslow.
It's just what the doctor ordered here. Boy, have they needed him here in the fourth.
Yes, they have. He's made all 4 of his shots this quarter, Greg. Definitely looking to be a dangerous guy.
Wade outside. Wade double team. Winslow. Dang passes to Whiteside. Back to Richardson. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Love, no good.
You know, to cut deficits, you got to be making smart basketball plays out there. Taking care of the ball. It's not done by hoisting up bonehead threes like that. plain one-hand flush. I love it.
Clark, I think he got a few more inches on his vertical by going with the spike.
Yeah, the one hand lets you get up higher.
No doubt about it. At least it looks like that from this angle.
And it's Kevin Love with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Irving against Wade. Throws it up high. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively.
Yeah, but in the first half, he was just purely flawless as a ball securer. But that certainly hasn't been the case here in the second half.
And the foul on Dwayne Wade. That's his first foul. 58 seconds left in the fourth. On its way from Irving for two. Buries it. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
He's having quite the quarter here, guys. I mean, shooting the ball extremely well.
For 3, Richardson. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Uncovered. It falls. What a beautiful shot to bring them to within 3. And it's Miami's ball. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Here's the screen to the middle. And Thompson sends it back.
And a chance here to send it to overtime.
Got to see the 3 and be the 3 if that's going to happen.
But that would have been lucky had it fallen poor shot selection.
Yeah, look at the coach's face and the expression. It says all over it. Are you kidding me?
And Thompson sends it back. Smith for 3. Oh, he couldn't make that shot go to force overtime. And so the big win by Miami in a tight game. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton.
Justice Winston. Cavaliers foul.
Dynamic duo.
동전한 입조차 쉽고 일 없어. 잠 못 들던 그때보다 조금은 일었어. 우리는 바보처럼 몸으로 부딪히면서 배웠어. 넘어질 때마다 일었어. 다시 고쳤었지. 이력서 눈부신 성공의 신바람. 잠시나마 불어봤던 휘파람. 한 곡도 퇴근하기 전에 그림자처럼 날 따라온 비바람. 시기 질투 기대 압박을 못 이긴 몇 번의 실축. 자만 나탐 속에 던졌던 말로 홈런을 맞는 실투. 다 끝. 난 갈아탔지만 우리 앞길을 막지 말라고 외치며 마음을 다잡 보냈었지. 진짜 한치 앞도 안 보이는 가시밭길에서도 절대 유턴 없이 잘 봐라 느리도록 의지하면서 둘이 딱 붙어갔지. 비극 지극 기가 아프지만 지나고 보면 웃음 나오는 희극. 그래서 우린 지금을 참고 살아. 난 미쳤다 생각하면서 keep dreaming. 희망이란 끈 잡고 살아.
이 험한 현실에서 아직 붙잡아두고 싶은 꿈. 넘고 힘든 삶은 능선에서 때론 포기하고 싶은 꿈. 너와 천천히 오래 걷고 싶어 until the end of time. 지금 난 간절히 원해 한 조각의 peace of mind. 헤야오 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 이 도시에서 멍 때리는 것조차도 사치 버릇처럼 내가 나를 착취해. 경추 쪽은 딱딱해지고 이 시계 붙은 각질 모두 위맑은 땀 대신 날 적시는 건 진땀이네. 잠든 시간에도 문제들이 쌓여 눈 뜨자마자 결정해도 아직
익숙치 않은 타협 시간을 돈만 위해 식재료 썰듯 안 하면 하루는 순서가 뒤섞인 음식처럼 망가져 지쳐도 경계하네 공허와 허무 불안감 속에서 상기하네 15년 전 빈 털터리의 여유 억울하 해도 납득돼 35년간의 필름이 어쩌면 수치 맞은 삶 건축된 우리의 이름이 길르니 어두워지지 않게 서로를 비판하고 세상을 보는 시선 삐딱하게 얼굴에 피어난 주름은 당연해 마치 아파친 너 페이스 평가는 다 끝난 다음에 핵인 인생의 레이스 이 험한 현실에서 아직 붙잡아두고 싶은 꿈 높고 힘든 삶의 능선에서 때론 포기하고 싶은 꿈 너와 천천히 오래 걷고 싶어 until the end of time 지금 난 간절히 원해 한 조각의 peace of mind 사실 조금 때 같아 곧 내 같아 고 다니는 건 달라지고 빨라졌지만 결국 가는 데 같아 질리게 겪어도
It's an all-Western Conference matchup in today's game as the Clippers come into town for this one. Kings looking to make the most out of their home court advantage here in Sacramento. Hi, everyone. We're happy to have you with us for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg.
How about the look on the fans' faces? I mean, they are in shock.
Utterly astounding.
Guys, it's a one-man show and a great one at that. The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
Here's McLemore. Shot's good.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Here now, the Clippers. Paul outside. Johnson down low. AC on him. Johnson kicks to Griffin.
Now, that was an incredible reverse throwdown right there. Tremendous body control.
I'd even go as far to say, Clark, that was a punctuation dunk. Huh?
I can feel that.
How about, guys, that's one of those dunks that you probably want in your career highlight reel.
A signature slam right there from the big fella. How many of those have we seen before? I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
The Kings were off to a hot start last year, but things certainly... fell apart midway. A big factor in that was the messy firing of their coach, Mike Malone.
Yeah, really, that firing came out of nowhere to the fans and the players, and seemed odd to fire a coach that has been leading his team to good basketball.
The shot no good. Nice D from Crawford.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Griffin attacking.
And Coach Doc Rivers wears multiple hats for this organization. Not only is he the head coach, but also in charge of all basketball operations, really the leader in a lot of ways for this team.
So he gets them both. It's stolen by Johnson. And it's blocked. Crawford against Rondo. Good ball movement here by the Kings. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. Jamal Crawford picks one up. Thinking about Doc Rivers being a leader, he was like that on the floor, Clark, as well. You know that. You went against him.
A leader and a winner, no doubt about it. And there have been a lot of coaches that came from his old Celtics team. And of all of them, perhaps the least surprising is Doc Rivers.
Whoa. Now, Clark, that is just ridiculous.
Absolutely filthy. I don't remember
on.
ever seeing a dunk like that in a game. I certainly can't remember the last time I saw
I tell
one.
you what, fellas, you might not see another one like that one for a while.
Here's Cousins. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
And the Kings making a change here. Caspy's checked in. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Pierce is checked in.
Excellent assist there. Just led him to the perfect spot.
Cousins, the pass to Caspy. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
I like his tenacity getting to the basket there, even though the dunk rattled out. 99 times out of 100, you'll get the dunk or the foul. Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one. Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
Got a piece of it. Here's McLemore. And the shot's good after hitting off the rim. McLemore's got his second bucket of the game to go. The Clippers have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Paul dishes to Jordan. Back to Paul. From deep. Los Angeles with another miss.
And sometimes we all just want to show people that we have the range.
Yeah, you speaking from experience? We already know how good his range is. He shouldn't be firing from that deep.
Here's what Sacramento's going with right now. Kufis checked in for Cousins. Curry comes in for Ben McLemore. And it's Collison in for Rajon Rondo. There's Crawford with the three. No luck. And it's the Kings taking it the other way. To the inside. Outside for Jordan. And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. Yes, fans, Clark, and the one team they view as floppers is the Clippers. I don't like that word, but just kind of came out. Whether that is fair or not is up for debate, but it is certainly, I think, the perception.
And I think there's some truth to that perception. I mean, multiple players have received fines for flopping on their roster. I mean, you can't run away from that, and the fans remember it,
Oh,
too.
they do, yes, sir. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Inside. Here's Green. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slant.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
Jordan with a screen on Collison. And it's Paul penetrating. Off the mark from 16 feet out. At the elbow, it's Collison. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes it.
And so, lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. The Clippers on top, leading by a point. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
And the Clippers, looking at who they've got, Chris Paul and J.J. Redick are the guards. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Luke Mbamute. And it's Green in the small forward. The Kings have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight.
And 72% on the year. I'm sure they'd like to improve that category.
And guys, you know what? That's made things hard for them in a lot of their games. I mean, that inability to convert their chances at the free throw line.
Catching up on the changes for Sacramento. Cousins comes in for Kufis. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Darren Collison.
And another lead change here. How many of these are we going to have tonight?
I'm not quite sure, but I'm willing to bet it'll be more than a few.
The shot by Redick, no good.
Not really sure what he was thinking about on that shot. That is not high IQ basketball.
Not at all. I mean, he shouldn't even have considered taking that shot. Just a poor choice there.
And then Griffin with the dunk.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why, I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
Paul kicks to Griffin. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two. You know, you work hard all season, Greg, to try and get into the playoffs, then get a favorable first-round matchup. How about the Clippers last year? Followed those steps. They're rewarded with the first-round matchup against the defending champions of the league, the San Antonio Spurs.
And not only were the Spurs the defending champions, but they came in playing terrific basketball down the stretch, which is kind of what they are noted for. And the Clippers, though, did well, even though that was the case.
Gay passes to Rondo. Cousins dishes to Casper. Kicks it out to Gay. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Gay's got himself on the board with 3 there. It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
No kidding. I mean, neither team has been able to hold the lead for any length of time, guys.
So close.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable.
And then Griffin with the dunk.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
Boy, I tell you, it was a tough road for the Clippers in the playoffs. They get by the Spurs in round 1 in a 7-game emotional series, then immediately have to go up against the Rockets in round 2.
Here's Paul, and it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
Jordan, he's checked in for the Clippers.
Rising high to throw that one down.
Sky high, fantastic one-hand jam.
Nice way there, guys, to finish up that possession.
So the Kings call timeout, they're first.
And I think taking a time here to talk things over is a smart idea.
One of the things you want to do is make sure everybody... Oh. Talk about putting something extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, Clark, you know, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
I'm startled that he would even try something like that at this stage of the game.
And now it's Green running. He can go all the way.
That is such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
And it's one thing to get the steal, but to so alertly turn it into a transition opportunity, even better.
It's stolen by McLemore. And Caspi kicks to Cousins. And he gets the bucket. Now it's a 5-point Kings lead. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Kings.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
Yeah, the other thing, though, is they have attacked in the open floor. They're definitely getting a lot of easy ones that way.
Yeah, he went for a little extra on that one.
Well, he usually doesn't finish soft, obviously. You know, he can when necessary, sure, but not that time.
Not when you can throw it down like that.
Yes, sir.
Sacramento leading by 3. Here's McLemore. The rebound by Jeff Green. Clippers have gone 6 of 9 in the second quarter. Some good work from the field. Redick for 3. And that's collected by Gay.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Cousins with it. And Griffin picks him up defensively. And Cousins kicks to Gay. Again, the miss by the Kings. Clippers trail by 3. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Back to Griffin. Rondo with the steal. All alone. And finished off by McLemore.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what.
Oh, he hits it. So we've reached the end of the first half of play. Kings lead by 8. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. And the second half about to start here in just a few moments. You look at Blake Griffin in this game. He's been everywhere.
And he really just broke out the entire arsenal of post moves there in that first half.
And I think he might even have a few more tricks up his sleeve. I mean, he'll break them out as we start heading down the stretch. I'm sure of that.
And the third quarter about ready to get underway. You look at Blake Griffin in this game. He's been everywhere.
Well, anytime you can get to the free throw line with that kind of consistency, that just makes every other facet of the game easy.
And, you know, they have to rotate the defensive assignment on him from now on just to avoid foul trouble on any one particular player, given how good he is at drawing fouls and how many fouls he's been drawing.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the floor for Sacramento, McLemore and Gay on the perimeter. Quincy AC out there with DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Rondo in at the point. McLemore, the pass to Cousins. Kicks it out to Gay. Dishes to Rondo. Out to the right wing. Some nice ball movement here by the Kings. Gay outside. Shot clock at 5. Left block shot on the way. Sacramento again missing.
That's not how you want to kick off the second half with 3 straight misses.
And the basket good.
And former Coach of the Year George Karl making his way back into the league last season. Kings picked him up halfway through the year to kind of stabilize their coaching situation.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. And what a pickup to get a guy like Carl Gregg on their bench, as you mentioned. He's just been a winner, Clark, his entire career.
Well, he's climbing the ladder in the all-time wins category as a coach, and also he's a cancer survivor. He's overcome a battle with cancer, and that also lends itself to having great compassion and respect for George Karl.
As did his son Kobe.
That's
Remember
right.
that? Yeah.
That's right. It was a family affair.
Curry's checked in for Sacramento. Collison comes in for Rajon Rondo. Paul kicks to Jordan. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. It's on DeMarcus Cousins. Los Angeles shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. He's off on the second. Sacramento leading by 4. Here's Gay. Paul with the steal. Here's Johnson. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, Moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
Gate kicks to Ace. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Kings lead by 2.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third. His performance today has just been so important. What a luxury to have a guy that's that dependable.
Sacramento didn't have a free-flowing offense, and they wanted to get up and down, and it showed in their play transitioning from stagnant to free-flowing.
Paul goes in for the lead. Was shot by Jordan, no good.
All the defender had to do there was just stay close to him, and he did. You know, he'll make you scratch your head and throw your hands up as a defender. I mean, you just don't know how to play him.
Paul dishes to Jordan. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Flush that thing down, young fella.
That is a fierce two-hander.
Maximum force on that dunk.
And that one's good by Gay.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
And it's Johnson penetrating.
Talk about putting something extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, Clark, you know, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
I'm startled that he would even try something like that at this stage of the game. And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
And the Kings will go for a different look here. Kufis checked in for Cousins. Coley Stein comes in for Quincy Ace. Caspi, he's checked in for Rudy Gay. And it's Bellinelli in for Curry. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Griffin's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Bellinelli passes to Collison. Griffin with the steal. And Chris Paul. The bucket on the assist by Crawford. Crawford's got 3 assists now in this one. And Caspi kicks to Collison. Down low. Griffin with the steal. Here's Wilcox. Crawford dishes to Paul. Second chance shot. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Clippers.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
And the other thing that they've done since the beginning of this game is score points off turnovers and in bunches.
Coley Stein's shot is good.
So far, going for more of an inside game here in this second half, and I like that. A little smash-mouth basketball, taking it inside.
Johnson kicks to Paul. Wilcox. No good. Now Sacramento takes it the other way. Bellinelli passes to Coley Stein. To the paint. And taken away by Paul. They break it out 5 on 3. Tries from 16. That one wide left. Here's Collison. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Collison's got his second basket. And as we conclude the third quarter, what a game, neither team giving ground. The Clippers on top. They're up by 2. Live from Sacramento, you're watching 2K Sports. All right, the fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. So for the Clippers right now, Redick and Crawford, the sharpshooters outside. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Johnson, and it's Paul in at the 1. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. So we'll see Jamal Crawford go to the line here. It's on DeMarcus Cousins. The drive by Rondo, and he gets it to go.
And tired legs affect you at the defensive end first, and that's what we're seeing here.
You called it, Greg. As much offense as we saw early, we're seeing even more of it here late.
Jordan the screen. Paul dishes to Jordan. Back to Paul. With the teardrop. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. Jordan's got 3 assists in the game. Gay with it, and Crawford picks him up defensively. Pass to Rondo. It's rebounded by Paul. Los Angeles leading by 4. There's the pass to Griffin. Here's Redick, and he gets it to go.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Time-dropping delights is what I call it.
That is a nice pass. I will give you that.
Yeah, he's on the money, there's no doubt. They get the rebound. Passes it to Rondo. And stolen by Jordan. Now the Clippers moving it up. Redick for 3. And he gets it to go. And it's a 9-point Clipper lead.
And we're seeing the shots start to fall for them now.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this has been an extremely efficient second half for them up to this point.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what George Karl was saying to the team. He let his players know that they've got to do a better job on defense. He said they're scoring any way they want. We've got to show some pride here. Let's make a stand defensively, get us stops, and get on a run of our own. Do they have it in them, Kevin?
It's Gay on the way. And taken away by Paul. Here's Crawford. But he recovers it. Pass to Paul. Here's Griffin. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Well, it's gone back and forth for a while here, but they're really starting to push out. They're looking good right now.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant. And this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
And Jordan sends it back. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. No good. The Kings trail by 13. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And McLemore snaps it in.
A little bit of a magic act here, pulling off the Houdini to make that catch and slam.
Stupendous, stupendous alley-oop.
I think the crowd is still stunned by that one. A one-man show offensively, and that's almost always good news for his team. And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on his own and really build that lead up.
Snatched up. AC misses. Here's Los Angeles now. They're on an 18-5 run. Got a piece of it. Rondo with the steal. It's Gay with the drive. The shot no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. And it's Paul missing. It's tipped.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority, very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Los Angeles.
And Clark, we got to see a display of offensive prowess in this one that got it done. High-scoring game.
Well, basket after basket, they were in attack mode all game long.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Blake Griffin. He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
Sacramento's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
And the Kings will go for a different look here. Kufis checked in for Cousins. Cauley Stein comes in for Quincy Acey. Bellinelli, he's checked in for Rudy Gay. And Curry subbed in for Ben McLemore. Offensive rebound. Paul with the 3. In for his 7th make in 13 tries.
And they've just done a great job of keeping this crowd out of the game. And we're getting closer to victory. The crowd's getting quieter.
And there's not a whole lot for them to be cheering about anymore. I mean, their guys got it handed to them.
And the shot falls short this time. Now the Kings with it. Curry outside. It's hauled in by Jamal Crawford. The shot is off. Curry. It's off. So the Clippers winning this one easily. This one was over well before.
Now let's get it all in perspective. For all y'all enjoyment, a song y'all can step with. Y'all appointed me to bring rap justice, but I ain't 5-0, y'all know it's Nas, yo. Then a whole lot of only describe us as soldier survivors. Stay laced in the best, well dressed with finesse in the white tee, looking for wifey. Thug girl who fly and talk so nicely. Put her in the coupe so she can feel the nice breeze. We could drive through the city, no doubt, but don't say my car. Say the is out. Newness, here's the anthem. Put your hand up that you with, count your loot with. Push the pool stick in your new crib. Same hand that you hoop with. Swing around like you stupid. King of the town. Yeah, I've been that. You know I click clack. Where you and your men's at? Through the Smurf, through the WAP baseball bat. Rooftop like we bringing 88. I made you look. You a slave to a page in my rhyme book. Getting big money, playboy, your time's up. With them gangsters, with them. I made you look. You a slave to a page in my rhyme book. Getting big money, playboy, your time's up. Where them gangsters at? With them. This ain't rapping, this is street hop. Now get up off your like your seat's hot. My life lit up. Trunk of the car, we got the street. Don't start none, won't be none. No reason for your mans to panic. You don't want to see no ambulances. Knock drink down in this cup. That's the way you get Timberland up. Let the music diffuse all attention. Baller convention, free admission. Can move swift. All my just coming homies. Get money, leave the beef alone slowly. Get out my face, you people so phony. Pull out my waist and I made you look. You a slave to a page in my rhyme book. Getting big money, playboy, your time's up. With them gangsters, with them. I made you look. You a slave to a page in my rhyme book. Getting big money, playboy, your time's up. Where them gangsters at? Where them at?
Welcome to the end. NBA on 2K Sports. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. We're live at AT&T Center. Welcome to San Antonio, Texas for this Spurs home game. A look at Cleveland's starting group. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. And it's Thompson in at the center filling out the middle. And James pulls it down. Cleveland with the ball. Smith kicks to Love. James against Anderson. 6 on the shot clock. Thompson. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. That one on Parker. Well, the Spurs just don't go on losing streaks very often, Greg. One perk of being a talented veteran group.
Yeah, how about the Spurs lost 4 games in a row twice last year. Over the last decade before that, Kevin, they had only lost 4 games in a row twice. Unbelievable.
Now, here's Parker. Parker double-teamed. There's the bucket. Good.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Smith for three. They get the rebound.